Welcome back to Gaijin Hideout. I'm Jeff, and we're back today with a special Monster Hunter reaction video. I had the idea that I wanted to find the craziest Monster Hunter collabs that have been done across all the different generations with different brands or whatever, and just see what they all are, because I caught a glimpse of some that seemed particularly insane, and I've had some kind of insane experiences in the past. Turns out the craziest Monster Hunter collaborations, according to my chat, are all of them. So I found a video called Monster Hunter Collabs Are Insane that covers all of them, and we're just going to go through and check them out. I've personally reacted to, or I personally experienced the Witcher 3 collab, and the Devil May Cry collab, and the Final Fantasy 14 collab in World, and also the Street Fighter collab in Wilds, and the Sonic collab in Rise. So all of them have been varying degrees of pretty insane, very funny, crazy, something to that effect. So I'm already seeing Hatsune Miku, so let's just get into it.
What does Hatsune Miku, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Pizza Hut have in common? The fact that they're collaborations in Monster Hunter, of course.
All right, this is already a good decision. This is already a great decision. Why do they do this? I kind of love that they do this, but it's so nuts. Is this a pizza? Is this why you guys called it the pizza cutter? Is this a charge blade? Is that what I'm seeing as Savage Axe, or is that just a great sword or something? I didn't know about NGE or Hatsune Miku. I buy those. Pizza Hut's crazy.
Of course. Monster Hunter has had some of the most
Snake?
Most insane, wacky, goofy.
Oh, there's been a Nintendo collab? It's gonna be it's just gonna be me going, what? Like this whole time, dude.
Goofy and incredibly
Fire Emblem?
Strange collaborations since it was released
what even are you?
all the way back in 2004. From the very first Monster Hunter game until even now with Monster Hunter Rise, there have been many collabs and promotional events that have come to the series in interesting ways.
Wait, Akuma, this one wasn't even original? This is Rise.
However, there are plenty of them in past games that hunters may not be aware of, mainly because a large amount of them are exclusive to Japanese-only Monster Hunter games. Originally,
was that Hunter x Hunter?
I wanted to just show off the ones I found noteworthy and interesting, but after going down the rabbit hole of Monster Hunter event collaborations, I was absolutely shocked at the amount of crazy and borderline nonsensical things I found. The least interesting collab was something I saw as incredibly fascinating.
What?
So in today's video, I'm going to go over all the collaborations
Is that Violet Evergarden?
Monster Hunter has done over the years, to my knowledge at least, starting from the very first game and working towards the newest releases. I spent a really long time researching and scouring the internet, predominantly Japanese websites, to find and document as many of them as I could possibly find. That being said, I'm sure there's going to be a couple things I'll miss here and there, but
well, it's Capcom.
I'd like to believe I'm going to cover nearly all
Animal Crossing. Wow.
of them in today's video. And as a side note, this video will focus on collabs that are inside.
Was that Toon Link with Fox Ears?
Monster Hunter games themselves, and not so much the Monster Hunter collaborations they've done with.
What did you do to Wind Waker Link?
With other games, since that would be a beast of a video on its own. There are plenty of things to cover, so get ready for a jam-packed video today, but I assure you, this is one you're not gonna want to miss.
Dude, this
Monster Hunter collaborations have humble beginnings, but it is one that sets the precedent for what's to come in future games. The first ever collab was in the first Monster Hunter game in 2004. They collaborated with GMR, which was a gaming magazine back in the day. The cover art for this particular event went hard, by the way. You can tell this is their first collaboration because all they did was paint the letters GMR on a greatsword and called it a day.
Toon Link Palico. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I do like
Palico armor.
Like the ram skull on the hilt and the jagged edges of the sword, but they definitely level up their collaboration skills after this big time.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2007 and things are gonna...
Okay, that first one, that's like what I would expect from like a normal collaboration. It's nothing particularly special. It's some brand deal or, it's just some little, very intentionally an event. It's not crazy or anything.
Gonna ramp up fast. In Monster Hunter Frontier, essentially Monster Hunter's MMO based on Monster Hunter DOS that ran for 12 years.
They need to make Monster Hunter an MMO again, by the way. Like, it just makes sense. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna like lean into that opinion.
There were a lot of crazy collaborations, and they came out swinging with the Pizza Hut longsword.
It's a longsword, dude. That's crazy. So okay, so this MMO was good enough to be sponsored by Pizza Hut. What was the? They did some kind of promo meal at like some wings, third-rate wings restaurant in America for Wilds. What they had Pizza Hut? I guess it's Japan. It's Japan, right?
Or Pizza Peel, as it was called in Japan. All you
Pizza Peel
had to do was get yourself a delicious Pizza Hut pizza to get a digital code for this weapon. This collaboration would happen again later in 2013, and after scouring...
Something tells me a lot of you Monster Hunter fans like your pizza. I bet you guys like some pizza. I bet Monster Hunter, there's YouTube and dinner. We had to talk tonight on stream that there used to be YouTube with dinner. What could be better? TikTok and toilet. That's the new meta. Monster Hunter and pizza. That probably went really hard back in the day. That just makes sense.
Bring the entirety of Japanese Monster Hunter YouTube, I found one video showing this off, and it is glorious. I would gladly put that in a wood fire oven and eat it all up.
Wait, where does the pizza go?
Glorious. I would gladly put that in...
Oh my, he's pushing it like it's got like similar animations like you'd stick it in the
wood fire oven and eat it all up. Chef's kiss. There was technically a Pizza Hut collab for Monster Hunter.
Just shoving it right up this monkey's ass too.
Freedom Unite, but instead of an in-game item, you'd be put into a raffle to get a cool PSP, a t-shirt, and a Monster Hunter game. They wouldn't send you a pizza though. The year is 2000.
Dude, I borrowed my friend's PSP in way back in the day, and I had Monster Hunter on there. I played it for like 30 minutes and put it down because I couldn't understand what I was supposed to do. I totally regret not getting into that.
2006 and Monster
getting into it back then.
Hunter Dose would get a collaboration with popular Famitsu gaming magazine, where you could get a t-shirt and booty short designs for female armor and a t-shirt and loincloth combo for males.
Okay.
The Famitsu collaboration also offered a longsword. Publishing company Dengeki would also collaborate with a cute hammer design called Polytan and Polytan.
We're back to normal with a little interesting.
And G, I think, is some sort of teddy bear or mascot. In 2007, Portable Second introduced the first ever collab with Shonen Jump magazine, complete with its own armor set, longsword, cannon, bowgun, and even brand magazine. Complete with 2007, Portable Second introduced the first ever collab with Shonen Jump magazine.
Is he supposed to be one of the characters from One Piece, or is he just a pirate?
Complete with its own armor set,
I don't watch enough One Piece.
Longsword, cannon, bowgun, and even branded barrel bombs. In 2008, Monster Hunter Portable Second G would collaborate with Dengeki once again, based on a comic they published for Monster Hunter 2. The event made you fight a one-horned Diablos, which actually had a really cool, exclusively designed armor, along with a very stylish bow.
That goes pretty
returns
hard.
with even more weapons, a variation of their previous longsword.
It's the Shonen Jump logo guy, a little pirate head. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dylan, for clarifying.
Dose, dual blade fans, along with a gun lance. Lastly, there's this lobster armor set that I believe is a collaboration with like 2 Japanese TV hosts, I think.
What?
I, for the life of me, could not find more context. Anyways, enjoy lobster armor, dual blades, long sword, hammer, and bowgun that screams at you. The second...
I mean, that's kind of a random Japan moment. This is probably in the peak of like Japan being random,
blades,
right?
Long sword, hammer, and bowgun that screams at you. The second generation of Monster Hunter games introduced collaborations with Jump, Famitsu, and Dengeki, and will continue to work with them for many, many years to come.
Okay.
Jumping to 2009, we had the release of Monster Hunter 3 in Japan, and this is truly when Event Quest collaborations start finding their place in mainline Monster Hunter games.
Things in the old games had the Japan weirdness. I love it. Yeah, that's good. You don't get that so much anymore. You got to go back and search for it in the past.
Unfortunately, most of these collabs remained Japan exclusive, as the items themselves got changed when the game got localized as Monster Hunter Tri. The Tsuiga, also known as the Tetsusaiga from Inuyasha, was released with the game, and it was so goddamn cool. For a longsword, it's pretty big, coupled with the spirit aura around it.
That's like, that's the generational longsword user right there.
It was a fantastic weapon to brandish and fight with.
Oh,
I couldn't find any footage of it.
Wait, it's way bigger.
It was a fantastic weapon to brandish and fight with. Pretty big, coupled with the
look at the sheathing animation.
Aura around it. It was a fantastic weapon to brandish and fight with.
So apparently, I don't know if you guys know, I saw something on Twitter about this from the guy that what's his name, Sakurai, the guy that develops Smash Bros. But when they are animating, apparently this is a thing in several all kinds of games where the character's carrying a sword on his back and he has to sheath it. It's pretty pronounced here, but they have to fake the ability for like Link in Smash Bros to like sheath his sword on his back, because like the way that the logistics of that physically don't make sense. Like your arm doesn't reach out enough to go back, you know, even if you pull the hilt down and stuff like that. This is just like a very obvious example of that right here.
Weapon to
right here. Just gonna sheath it and whoop, and we're just putting it away. Whoop. But they have that problem regardless of the sword size.
Fight with.
Most games have the sword phasing into the sheath thing going on. Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't find any footage of it being used in Tri, so here it is in Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. This will happen every now and then throughout this video, especially when it comes to the older games. There is a sparsity in footage for these Japan exclusives, but thankfully a lot of the collaborations return in future games and remain relatively unchanged. Also, because a lot of these events get carried over to future games, I'll only mention them in the original game they were added in, unless there's a relevant reason to bring them up otherwise.
Okay.
In the English release of Monster Hunter 3, the Tessaiga was replaced by the Tenebra, which was a weapon created in a contest where Capcom let fans design and name a weapon.
Oh, that's cool.
As much as I love the Tessaiga, though, this is one of my personal favorite designs from the entire series. The way it unfolds with unsheathed and the way it looks with the black hole in the center, along with the sound design of the weapon, truly a masterpiece. Another launch item is the jacket.
They'll be fans.
From the manga Worst, a cool little jacket with a skull on the back. Once localized, it'd be called the Hell Hunter jacket, and would have a similar design, but with no affiliation with an IP of any sort.
Oh.
There was another collaboration with Dengeki, with the Dengeki Saber. This would be localized to the Rising Soul longsword, which was simply a recolor. I ended up preferring the localized version for this one too, oddly enough.
Some of these are just kind of normal. That, you know, I'll give them credit. They're not just all like unhinged.
Monster Hunter 3 brought back the Jump magazine collabs with the Pirate J Switch Axe. The pirate's face is...
I wish more games would have the sheath on the hip where it makes sense. Yeah.
Visible sheathed and unsheathed, which is a neat detail. This weapon got localized to the Sinister Saint Switch Axe, which was a fan design like Tenebra and was equally sick. A great sword collab happened with another magazine called Magazine and Rival, I believe, a striking design that later got localized to the Lion's Bane, the last of the fan-made designs. And the final collaboration is with Famitsu Gaming Magazine with this lovely design lance, and was recolored as the ML001 lance, similar to the Dengeki longsword. Back to Monster Hunter Frontier.
That's cool. They just used they had fan designs to like kind of cover the difference with the localizations. That's kind of cool that they did that.
Here, fast forward to 2010, and the next collaboration would be based on the Dead Rising series, which is...
What? I would not have expected that at all.
Mostly developed and published by Capcom.
Oh, it is. But I still didn't see that coming.
This collab happened after the launch of Dead Rising 2 and included dual sword knife gloves, moose head armor, a boomstick gun lance, and various racing suits.
Why race? Is that part of Dead Rising?
Get these items if you redeemed a digital code that came with the perk.
Dead Rising is peak? I don't know if I've ever I don't think I've ever played one.
Of the game. Around the same time, there were some great collaborations in
I think I played one briefly.
Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. Negima Magister Negimaji, or Magical Teacher Negima, is an anime and manga about magic and fighting and all that good stuff that would lend itself well to a weapon being introduced to Monster Hunter. We got the cool-ass Tenma no Tsurugi Greatsword. Was always a big fan of this design on my Portable 3rd.
It's kind of cool.
However, the absolute best collab, in my opinion, when it came to Portable 3rd, was the one with Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
God, dude. Oh, that makes so much sense. Dude, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker was peak, dude, back in the day. That game was so good. So good. I'm so glad they like brought over things that they like learned in that game into Metal Gear Solid 5. Like the fucking Fulton recovery system and like building a base with all the people you abduct. Sorry, I had some incredibly keynote moments on the PSP, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker was one of them. I totally skipped on this on Monster Hunter. Like, you know, I wasn't understanding. But like, dude, that freaking Dissidia Final Fantasy. I'm trying to think what else, but there was, dude. PSP had some peak on it, man.
I know I said I was going to focus only on the collabs with
Ape Escape, yeah.
in Monster Hunter, but come on, look at this. You gotta gun down these monsters as Snake. This is incredible.
No way! That's
Technically, though, the
awesome.
Peace Walker event is based on Monster Hunter Freedom Unite at the time instead of Portable Third. Essentially,
Okay.
you go on an island to hunt monsters like Feline, Velociprey, Tigrex, and even their own creation, the Gear Rex.
Wait, feline? You're just hunting a cat?
A Metal Gear monster.
What?
Insane. And even their own creation, the Gear Rex. A Metal Gear monster.
Dude, this is way better. This is way better than anything I've played. Like, if you're gonna go like crazy with the collab, go nuts. This is so good.
Insane. A gun based on a bow gun can be made, and you can cook a ration like a well-done
Nice.
steak. You can also set the controls to be more like Monster Hunter for this event, which was a real neat touch. Now, in Portable Third, it's time for the Monhunt fans to eat. The event had this incredible cinematic in the Peace Walker style.
Oh yeah, that was nice back in the
You
day.
could dress
That
up
was
as Snake or the
chill.
boss. And successfully cooking a
Okay.
steak, they say so tasty in their own voices. The
Oh.
feline companions will also get geared up. They can
Oh, look at that!
enter and crawl around in a box like Snake, which is incredible.
I gotta go back and like play Metal Gear, man. I didn't even finish 5. 4 is incredible. I gotta go back and finish 5. And 3 they're remaking in August, right?
You have to do the quest itself bowgun only.
Now give us this amount of effort for a Dragon's Dogma collab, still coping. Yeah, I mean, if they, like, some of these are so niche, if they did that, they could do it for Dragon's Dogma.
Kind of like you're shooting around in Peace Walker. The Metal Gear promotional event is definitely an all-timer.
I have a horrible feeling we're going to get a collab for the new Resident Evil game, though, and not for Dragon's Dogma, even though it makes so much sense.
Portable Third also had a collaboration with Jump Magazine that included the Pirate J set, Jolly Roger dual blades, and brought back the Switch Axe for Monster Hunter 3. You could give your feline a Jump armor set too. A collab was done once again with Famitsu. This collab would bring in some new gun lances. There was a fashionable promotional event with Uniqlo.
Gun lances used to be kind of small, huh?
Bring in some new gun lances. There was a fashionable promotional event with Uniqlo, which also ends up being a series staple later on. And for fans of the manga Crows, there was a cool jacket you could get. They also collaborated with Baki in this game, introducing a stylish hammer. Once again, they collaborated with Dengeki.
These games look so old, dude. What is
You
this?
could get.
What even is
They
this?
also collaborated with Baki in this game,
I feel like it's running on a potato.
introducing a stylish hammer.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Once again, they collaborated with Dengeki. This time, it's a cool-looking hunting horn. Detective Conan joined the fray as well, with an outfit for your feline, as well as a collab with the Dark Souls of Monster Hunter games, Monster Hunter Diary, Poco Poco Iru Village. Look at this cute little helmet. And finally, Yaiba is a manga about a traveling samurai boy, and this series got a dope longsword for their collaboration. Compared to previous games, Portable Third was ramping up in terms of how many collaborations it had, which makes sense since it's one of the best-selling Monster Hunter games in Japan of all time. In the same year, there was some absolutely nutty collaborations that would be introduced with Monster Hunter 3G. First up is Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan.
My favorite anime? The best anime? Dude.
3G. First up is Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan. You get the whole Survey Corps outfit along with the dual blades. Can't swing around with the 3D maneuver gear to take down this Duramboros though, unfortunately. I know I got some JoJo fans watching this. Well, y'all are going to enjoy this one, fortunately.
Wait, let me back that up. Let me see this a little more.
You get the whole Survey Corps outfit along with the Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan.
Hold on, let's see how it looks.
You get the whole Survey Corps
Oh, okay. It kind of looks like Mikasa. Yeah.
Along with the dual blades.
The dual blades they're dual blades. Wait, it's just hitting for me. They're dual blades. Sorry, I saw something with my stream. I got distracted. They're dual blades.
Swing around with the 3D maneuver gear to take down this Duramboros along with
but
the
this
dual
looks
blades.
so good.
Can't swing around with the 3D maneuver gear to take down this Duramboros though, unfortunately. I know I got some...
You Cannon Wilds. We need... Listen, they're still milking Attack on Titan, right? Like, they're doing, like, the movie compilation. Like, they put the parts together in one full movie. They're looking for excuses. They should collab. You literally have Levi. We need Levi with dual blades in Monster Hunter Wilds. The dual blades focus strike is Levi's move where he takes down... Well, no spoilers, but you know, it's an epic move from Attack on Titan. Oh man, that would be great.
JoJo fans watching this, well, y'all are going to enjoy this one. So this is a stand inside a hammer, it seems. His name is Crazy Diamond, and if you hit your allies with it, it actually heals them. As cool as this looks, I wonder how comfortable it is to actually hold this. I love that you fight Brachydios for this event as well. He just screams JoJo. This hammer would be later reskinned in the West as the Majestic Scepter. The JoJo collab also came with a mask for either Chacha or Kayamba called the Harvest Mask.
I don't know anything about JoJo, sorry.
Background and JoJo pose. There's going to be a lot of guild card stuff that I'm going to gloss over, but keep in mind that usually if there's an event in a mainline game, it tends to have a couple coinciding guild cards, poses, and smaller stuff like that. Kororo Gunso is a series about a group of aliens led by Sergeant Kororo that is tasked by the army of planet Charon to prepare Earth for their invasion. However,
Dude,
the platoon...
I've seen part of this somewhere. Why have I seen that?
Platoon of 5 ends up being friends with humans.
That's so funny. Dude, it's like an anime I didn't even know I watched.
In Inner Tokyo, and their plans of invasion stuck up indefinitely. The Big Plesioth and Baby Plesioth event quest would get you the Kororo Gunso helmet and a Kororo Gunso mask for Chacha or...
Kororo was big in Japan. I remember being funny. You know what? I think it was around the time I was kind of into comedy anime. I was really into like... I found Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, I think, later. But I think at the time I was watching like Full Metal Panic. And then they had their comedy season. I think it was like Fufumu or something like that. Fumufu. And then I think somewhere in there I found Kororo.
Kayamba.
But that was like, dude, that was like a long time ago.
Very cute. Famitsu returns with an exquisitely designed switch axe. Looks amazing. The Koro Koro Monthly Manga magazine had a collaboration bringing in a sword and shield design reminiscent of a thunderbolt. Dengeki is back with yet another amazingly designed gun lance.
That's
Seriously, this
cool.
looks awesome.
That's
and you
really
can usually
cool.
Tell what used to be Dengeki weapons in the localized version of the game.
Yeah.
The return of the Jump collab introduced a new mask for your companion, along with the Pirate Greatsword.
All right, a lot of pirates.
The first ever promotional event with Universal Studios Japan brought in a lovely armor set as well as a longsword. USJ will be seen in pretty much every mainline Monster Hunter game after this, and is always a treat to look at. Baki returns in 3G with a sick-ass greatsword. Love the promotional art for this too. So powerful. That wraps up the collabs introduced within Monster Hunter 3G. There was a lot of new stuff. My personal highlight has to be the JoJo and Attack on Titan collabs.
This is a lot for this early in the series.
Something about anime that fits so well with Monster Hunter. Also, keep in mind, most of the collaborations for
Monster Hunter is anime. Like, you are playing anime.
Hunter 3 and Portable Third were also within Monster Hunter 3G, so it was quite beefy in terms of how many promotional weapons and armor it had.
It doesn't look anime, I guess. It feels anime.
Before the release of Monster Hunter 4, there were a bunch of exciting collabs done in Monster Hunter Frontier. Its next collaboration was done with Darkstalkers, bringing some awesome skins into the game. Morrigan fans rejoice. A lot of the Frontier collabs just involve you wearing equipment that just changes your character into a character from an IP, and I'm all for it. Also, Therma Rome is an award-winning series that follows an ancient Roman architect named Lucius, who is having trouble coming up with ideas. One day, he discovers a hidden tunnel underneath a spa that leads him to a modern Japanese bathhouse. Inspired by the innovations found there, he creates his own spa, Roma Thermae, bringing the modern ideas to his time. Therma Rome collaborated with Monster Hunter Frontier in 2012, where you would swing around a naked Roman greatsword. They unfortunately edited out his cock, dick, and balls. This greatsword also has the best sharpening animation of all time.
Oh my god. What the hell? Dude, we've hit peak Japan being Japan from back in the day. That's fucking crazy.
2013 would be a huge...
That's so funny.
...year for collaborations in Frontier, starting off with Onimusha. You could get yourself some sick armor sets.
What's the deal with Onimusha? There's a new one coming out, right? Are they good? Are they any good?
An Onimusha-style gun as a bowgun, a great sword, as well as a longsword. I'm personally very fond of the greatsword. I would definitely rock that if I had the opportunity.
That looks sick.
Next up is a sick Fate Stay Night collab. We got some cool outfits, a great sword, long...
We got some Fate fans in chat, right?
Sword, dual blades, and a bow. I also got to mention how I love these videos they started making for the promotional events in Monster Hunter Frontier. Makes my life easier for this video, and it's always a fun watch to boot. Just wish they did one for every single collab, though. This event also had a part 2 with even more armor and weapons.
Fate has like some cool designs in it, I'm noticing.
Now, guys, I need to show you one of the greatest collaborations in Monster Hunter history.
Dude.
Hatsune Miku Monster Hunter.
Oh
Not
my
only do
god.
you get this incredible trail.
Look at how they run. They run like they're wearing her skin, dude. What the hell?
Hatsune Miku Monster Hunter. Not only do you get this incredible trailer,
Look at that.
you get the Miku outfit, which is not gender locked, thankfully, along with the Miku hunting horn that plays proof of a hero in Miku's voice, along with a megaphone hammer. I love the energy of this collab so much. Miku fits in perfectly with this goofy ass series. I always adore the effort they put into making hunting horn special for these collaborations. Also, they collabed
Incredible. That's incredible.
with Miku again, with Snow Miku. Hell yeah, brother. The next collab is a little different, but collaborations like these will happen every now and then from this point on.
Ooh, good call, Dylan. Okay, but a Miku collab with the Diva in Wilds. Yeah. Or an Otto collab, if you want to modernize that. I mean, Miku's still around, but dude, an Otto collab with Wilds would be perfect.
Essentially, they got the creature designer from Kamen Rider, Yasushi Nirasawa, to take a hand at designing some armor sets for the game. Dubbed the Diver series, they were based on the monster Espinas, and I enjoy these designs very much. He would later design even more armor sets and weapons for the game. Speaking of cool designs, Sengoku Basara was next to join the fray. Definitely not the last Capcom collab they'll ever do, I'll tell you that much. I love the look of the dual spears in this one, I just know they would be satisfying as hell to use. I know I got some Fire Emblem fans watching this, and in 2013, Fire Emblem Awakening was all the rage. Fulfill your dreams of becoming either Chrom or Lucina in this event, with a cool bow and sword and shield with the crest from the game. Yeah, guys, you can...
Dude, Fire Emblem is so... When Fire Emblem is good, it is so good. Like those older ones, I guess. I haven't played this one, but... Man.
Use the Fire...
I heard the 3DS ones were incredible, actually.
Emblems. Wow. This event was likely brought on because Monster Hunter has been on the 3DS with 3G and the newly released Monster Hunter 4. Still surprising to see a Nintendo collab in Frontier, though. Yes, everyone, this is now Monster Hunter Frontier featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Oh,
another
so this
cool
is where it
set
started.
and cool weapons. You know the drill. And goddamn, is this trailer
whoa,
cool as hell.
Whoa.
Monster Hunter Frontier featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Another cool set and cool
Oh, look at that.
weapons. You know the drill. And goddamn, is this trailer cool as hell. Get him, Dante! Like I said earlier, 2013 was quite the year for these collabs. Frontier fans were eating good. And as I mentioned earlier, Monster Hunter 4 dropped for the Nintendo 3DS around the same time, and for a mainline game, the collaborations it had were equally exciting. Like the One Piece! Tony Choppa feline skin, Monkey the Luffy straw hat,
oh, look at that.
Gummu dual blades, the Zoro triple katanas, one in the mouth, Gummu dual blades.
They're dual blades?
The Zoro triple katanas,
That's cool.
one in the mouth. The Nami insect glaive pole, the Usopp sniper bow. Oh. As a big fan of 4 Ultimate and One Piece, I am personally hurt we never got this in the West. I really am. They put.
Oh yeah, that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. That would do numbers now. The Western fan base of One Piece is massive now.
So much love into these items, man. Next up is a collaboration with the anime Silver Spoon. The collab was just a giant spoon hunting horn.
Okay.
And it made the sound of a rooster crowing and a horse neighing when played. Insane. I'm sure there's some anime-related reason for this. Hiro Mishima, aka the mangaka for Fairy Tail, is a part of the next collaboration. He was tasked with designing some new armor and weapons, and boy does it look sick.
I can see it.
I love the design of the dual blades. I really enjoy when Monster Hunter brings guest designers to design some gear.
Oh, look at that.
Dengeki is back, but this time with a whole boatload of weapons, and they look dope. Sword and shield, hammer, and a nice electric theme makes for a great set of weapons.
Japan really does not like us. I know they're really protectionist with their deals and their copyright and stuff. It's all it's region locked.
Out of all these, my favorite has to be the sword and shield. That sword may as well be a longsword, goddamn. Famitsu sneaks its way in with the Fox Crest longsword, stylish as always. For Grandpa Danger fans, here's Grandpa Danger with his classic pink poop. Silly little
What?
guy. Grandpa Danger is a comedy series. That's all I know about it. But I'm sure the Danger fandom is huge. Baki is back. Now you can become
I guess
Yujiro
so.
Hanma with an armor set. Baki fans eat good in every Monster Hunter game for sure. Jump returns once again with a fabulous armor set. There's also a skeletal ghost feline with a hook,
Ooh.
and this revolver insect glaive with the kinsect being a ghost bird. My favorite part of this definitely is the fact that the bird stays perched on your shoulder instead of your arm.
That's
Tight.
cool.
USJ is back in a huge way with a lovely armor set, a fantastic charge blade, and of course, an outfit for your feline.
Aw.
There's a little Kapuban collab with a feline outfit. I have no idea what a Kapuban is, nor can I find any information on it throughout the entirety of the internet, but there he is.
All right,
if you're
sure.
a Kapuban lore master, please enlighten me in the comments. I know I got a lot of Chris Pratt fanatics watching, so you're gonna like what's coming up next. Mario and Luigi felines.
What?
Make them stomp on your favorite Koopas. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Mamma mia.
So you got Fire Emblem before you got Mario and Luigi.
Lastly, we have an incredibly stylish Uniqlo collab. Mamma mia.
Look at this.
Lastly,
This is so silly. Yeah, the mustaches. Mustaches killing me.
we have an incredibly
I like that the suspenders have a hole for the tails.
Yahoo! Mamma mia! Lastly, we have an incredibly stylish Uniqlo collab, along with a cool custom greatsword. Didn't know a clothing brand knew how to make weapons, but here we are. Monster Hunter 4 really introduced some clothing brand
really
knew
is
how to
just a
make
clothing
weapons, but
brand.
here we are.
I see it. I recognize it now.
Monster Hunter 4 really introduced some monumental crossovers for the mainline games, and that continued with the expansion in Monster Hunter 4G.
Okay.
First up, let's talk about the Magi collab. Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, is a Japanese fantasy adventure manga series based on numerous stories from 1001 Nights, also known as Arabian Nights.
Some
Most
of
notably
these,
the tales of Aladdin
some of these are really niche
and
collabs.
Alibaba and Sinbad the Sailor. The collaboration brought forth a great sword.
Like the scale is like it ranges. The range is from like really niche to kind of obscure to like very mainstream. It's kind of interesting.
The sword itself stays on your waist when sheathed, which is already a bit out of the norm, but it also grows into a huge weapon when unsheathed. Definitely fits the theme of the anime quite well. They also have a cool wand of Aladdin insect glaive. The kinsect is like a swarm of butterflies. I'm always a fan of custom kinsects like these. Unfortunately, though, for event ones, they can't be upgraded or swapped out in this game. Seven Deadly Sins has a collab that includes a broken sword and scabbard as an SNS called the Dragon Handle.
Never
When you
seen
unsheath
it.
the weapon, you don't actually see a shield, but you can still use one. It's just invisible. It makes you appear that all you have is a one-handed broken sword, though, so fighting with it is kind of badass. Up next is a
You've got a lot of badass animes you could do a collab with potentially, even ones that aren't like super big. You know, I mean, there's big ones. You know, there's Vinland Saga, and I mean JJK sitting right there. I don't know what you would. I mean, there's, you know, it's there. Something's there. But like Hell's Paradise, I feel like some kind of Hell's Paradise collab would go fucking hard, especially for Longsword. If anyone's seen Hell's Paradise, you know, and that's not like too ambitious of a licensing deal. I don't think it's not like the biggest anime, you know.
big one, y'all. We have the Legend of Zelda collaboration. Fashioned in the style of Skyward Sword, you have Link's out Zelda.
It's just happening.
Up next is the
it's
big
just
one.
happening. It's just Zelda. Wow.
Y'all, we have the Legend of Zelda
Or Link.
collaboration. Fashioned in the style of Skyward Sword, you have
That's so cozy, man.
Link's outfit, the Master Sword, the Hylian Shield, and the Hero's Bow.
I'm not gonna lie. I bought Skyward Sword, the remaster, on Switch, and it's like one of the few Switch games I regret buying. I just can't. I can't get into how it plays.
Cool to see them go all out for an IP of this caliber. 4G introduced even more USJ stuff. I'm always in awe when looking at the designs for the USJ promotional events.
What is going on at Universal Studios Japan? They're cranking out these cool designs. Is there some dope light shows going on or something?
Star Knight armor, for example, is one of the best full sets
Skyward Sword best Zelda game? That's crazy, dude. That is like insane.
in the game.
You're baiting me.
And the Star Knight sword is one of the sickest sword and shield designs I've ever seen. God damn. Jump is back with an armor set worthy of G rank, a new Palico outfit, and a Pirate J charge blade.
This really was a recurring.
Another Baki collab. Now you can truly be the
So
Baki.
was the Baki collab.
At first glance, the dual blades look like a shield of some sort, but it's actually just invisible. You punch with your fists. instead, which is badass. But you
Why don't you do that for the Akuma collab?
know what's even more badass than that?
I mean, I guess it's not the same.
Sonic the Hedgehog, everybody. Yes, you can dress your feline up like the Hedgehog
Wait, so the one that I saw in Rise wasn't even the first Sonic one?
himself.
That's crazy.
And you get a cute little sword from Sonic and the Black Knight. When your Palico walks and jumps around, you hear the
From Sonic and this was oh my god, dude. This was a promo for Sonic and the Black Knight, the Wii game. The Wii game that didn't work, that I watched Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps crash out on the second to last boss in the game because the game's so broken. The controller doesn't map to the motion controller correctly. That one, they did a collab with Monster Hunter for that. That's fucking unhinged, dude. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. That game is so ass. It's so I gotta play that game one day, man. Oh my god.
Everybody, yes, you can dress your feline up like the Hedgehog himself, and you get a cute little sword from Sonic and the Black Knight. When your Palico walks and jumps around, you hear the classic sound of the Sonic spin dash. Now, the issue is the cat would often get stuck in random places, and the sound would play continuously.
Oh, so the Sonic collab doesn't work either. Interesting. It's full of bugs.
Hearing this again reminds me of how
that?
much this haunted me back in the day. Taiko Drum Master.
By the way, gonna throw a small plug in for Sonic Frontiers, the open world Sonic game. Is it good? But did I beat it and play it a lot? Yeah, I did.
Is a popular rhythm game in Japan developed by Namco, and it has a wonderful and cute hunting horn introduced with its collaboration with Monster Hunter. The notes for the horn even match the little icons within its game. The character Dawn makes cute faces and sounds while
I bought this on Switch and it doesn't work.
you walk and fight. Amazing.
Like the motion controls don't fucking work.
Street Fighter kicks its way into Monster Hunter with these adorable Blanca and Chun-Li feline costumes. They come equipped with classic Street Fighter sound bites along with cute custom animations. Can't get enough of these Palico outfits, seriously. Which brings me to the next custom anime costumes. Its way into Monster Hunter with these adorable... Amazing.
Was this the first Street Fighter one?
Street Fighter kicks its way into Monster Hunter with these adorable Blanca and Chun-Li feline
Okay, so they've done a Blanca costume before.
costume.
Okay, see, this Blanca costume looks a lot cooler
They come equipped with classic
than the weird like Sackboy one that they did for Wilds, or however they did it.
Street Fighter sound bites along with cute custom animations. Can't get enough of these Palico outfits, seriously. Which brings me to the next collab, Mega Man. Similar to Street
Oh, look at that.
Fighter, you get the fun classic Mega Man
Hey, your Palico's about Mega Man size.
sound effects, along with the power of the dog.
What?
The next collaboration,
Is the dog his weapon?
along with the power of the
What the freak?
dog. The next collaboration is so god...
That's insane. That's awesome.
Damn sick, y'all. Metroid.
What did they do
The
to her
next
gun?
collaboration is so goddamn sick.
Yo!
Metroid, baby. The armor.
I fucking love Metroid, man. Not a big fan of the 3D ones, to be honest, but like the 2D ones, like on the Game Boy and like the Game Boy Advance, those were amazing. And Metroid Dread on Switch, which is like 3D style, it's the same 2D style as those, but done in a 3D. Same kind of game as those 2D games, but done in a 3D style. It was incredible.
The bowgun arm cannon. The sound effects.
Imagine Samus and Wild's graphics. I would. Oh yeah. You guys want Zero Suit Samus?
Glorious. Even has different
Oh yeah. I mean, they've proven they can do that build justice with Gemma. Look at this giant fucking gun.
animations for different shot types. Did I mention the collab also? Glory. The armor is so long with the damn sick, y'all. Metroid, baby. The armor. The bowgun arm cannon. The sound effects. It's glorious. Even has different animations for different shot types. Did I mention the collab also came with a Zero Suit Samus set?
Oh, look at that.
Nah.
There you go.
Is that Meowte from Devil May Cry? He's ready to take
Meowte.
on some demons for real. The feline costume collabs don't end here. It's time. Straight from New Leaf, we have Isabelle and Rossetti
This is a crazy collab.
from Animal Crossing.
I would have never.
I love this collaboration so much. It's so perfect.
My spacebar stopped working. I would have never expected this. Is my spacebar working?
Isabelle and Rossetti speak in Animalese, of course. Truly an immersive experience. Also, I had no idea Rossetti had legs. Who knew?
Yeah. What the hell?
An
Okay, wait. That's fucked up, dude.
immersive experience.
What is? Why does he have legs?
Also, I had no idea Rossetti had legs. Who knew?
No, he's never supposed to be out of the ground.
Just like the collab with Yasushi Nirasawa and Hiro
I'm
Mishima,
disturbed.
Tetsuya Nomura was tasked to design armor and a weapon for Monster
Whoa,
Hunter.
that's cool.
And boy, did my man deliver. Very reminiscent of Diabolos from Final Fantasy, this set has a pair of crossed arms on the chest, along with a cool pair of wings. The longsword, dubbed
That's
the Wing
awesome.
of Judgment, is so goddamn slick.
Look at
This
that.
collab also came with a Warrior of Light outfit for your Palico. Something that's really
okay.
cool about this collaboration is the fact
Old
that
school.
the design was so sick that they made it into a figure and sold it. I gotta find this,
It's fucking badass, man.
man. I need this.
That's aura maxing? Yeah, I agree. Damn, Nomura. Yeah, he cooked.
Final collab for Monster Hunter 4G is not technically a real promotional event. Despite working with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in 3G, this Bansho outfit is dubbed Pet Club instead of being tied to the JoJo IP, despite it pretty much being a one-to-one replica of Jotaro's outfit. Either way, it's in the game, and you can
There
deck
you
out your
go.
Palico with it.
Circumnavigating those
Monster
licensing
Hunter 4 and 4G brought
restrictions.
some bangers in terms of collabs. But before we talk about the collaborations within Monster Hunter Cross and Double Cross, let's head to Monster Hunter Frontier in the year 2014 and beyond.
We're still
We
in
already talked about the promotional
2014?
event with Attack on Titan and Monster Hunter 3G, but since this offered some new stuff and a sick
Oh.
trailer, I may as well talk about this one too. You could basically wear armor to turn yourself into Eren, Armin, or Mikasa.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they had a sword and shield with their logo as the shield.
Oh,
Love this shot
look
of them
at that.
taking down the Lao Shen Lung Titan, for real. Around this time, the light novel series Infinite Straight Titan, shield
Look
with
at
their
that.
logo as the shield. Love this shot
What is it? This is just some giant fucking
they're
badass
taking
dragon I've never seen in any of the new
down
games,
the
I
Lao
guess.
Shen Lung Titan, for real.
Interesting.
Around this time, the light novel series Infinite Stratos also got a collaboration with some sweet new outfits and weapons. Street Fighter returns once again. This time you can pick between Ken or Cammy and shadowbox your way to victory.
Wow. That's a lot of
Capcom
ass.
Strategy Simulations RPG Euro Historia gets some regal-looking armor sets. And from the
Okay.
coveted Trails series, Trails of Cold Steel, there was a collaboration
How is this game? These games, The Legend of Heroes. I bought one. I bought Trails in the Sky. I think now it's getting remade. It's a JRPG series. It's a little more niche, but pretty acclaimed. It sounded like. I don't know. It sounded pretty good.
where you can dress up as the protagonists and equip weapons from the game. Madoka Magica fans rejoice
Yo, that's a great anime, or it was at the time when I watched it. I don't know if it holds up, to be honest, but that's
because
that's
the Madoka
awesome.
collab in Frontier is fantastic. The outfits, the weapons, the little creatures. It
Who am I kidding? Of course it holds up.
has all that and more. If you're a fan of the Fate IP, you might soil yourself because there are collaborations with Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Apocrypha,
I
and
got to go back and watch the movie, the Madoka Magica movie, I think.
Fate Extella in Frontier. My favorite aspect out of all these collabs has to be the Fate Stay feline outfits. Meow. And the final
Meow.
Frontier collab before we get into Monster Hunter Cross and Double Cross is, well, let's just say I saved the best for last.
Wow.
Neon Genesis
Wow.
Evangelion. God, this trailer for this collaboration is so goddamn
This looks so badass, man.
good. Get in the robot, Shinji. You can wear
I joined in my favorite anime. Welcome, Literally Dev. Welcome. Yeah, we're reacting to all the different insane collabs from that Monster Hunter's done.
the Eva plug suits or become the Evas themselves.
I've never watched this. I need to get around to watching this.
Trailer for this collaboration is so goddamn good. Get in the robot, Shinji. You can wear
Look
the
at this
Eva
shit.
plug
Look
suits
at this
or
shit.
become
It's
the
badass.
Evas themselves. Also, Pen.
Pen.
Glorious. Once again, Frontier was not afraid to get the heavy hitters for these collaborations. That being said, the Monster Hunter series was about to hit a new level with Monster Hunter Cross and Double Cross, also known as Generations and Generations Ultimate in the West.
Oh, okay.
Generations is essentially a celebration of the series, and what's a celebration without events and collaborations?
You need to make a stream reaction to Neon Genesis? Dude, it's crazy you say that. I thought about doing a reaction series on that. The anime reaction's it's a whole thing on YouTube, but I would use NGE to try it out.
Before we get into it, let me preface this by saying that since it was hard to distinguish which events actually appeared in Cross versus Double Cross, I'm just going to introduce all the collaborations for both games at once. Another important thing to note is that these games introduce Prowlers, which essentially lets you play the game as a Palico. Now, the coolest aspect
What? Really?
about that is that you can equip the Palico event armors they introduced with these games, along with the collaborations they brought back. So yes, you can fight as Jojo Cat and much, much more.
What the They're just hunting
And
a
lastly,
monster
for some
four Palicos together?
reason, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate left in a huge chunk of collaborations that we typically wouldn't see in the West. If you got the game, go check out the event quests. You may be surprised at what event equipment you have access to.
I do have the game. Gotta get around to it at some point.
It is by far the Monster Hunter game with the most amount of collaborations available to the West.
They really just packed that thing full of content, didn't they?
Okay, let's get started. Monster Hunter Cross starts strong with an Okami collaboration.
Wow!
Before Palamutes, you have to turn your cat into this dog. And as I mentioned earlier, you can be the Prowler with the outfit on, and that makes these feline outfit collabs that much more exciting to see.
That's dope.
The science fiction anime series Macross Delta flies in with a collaboration that has your feline look like a little mech. The previous games had a Zelda collab.
Good game, level Okami. Yeah, I never finished it, but I played several hours into it. I liked it. It was a very, very pretty game.
Feline look like a little.
There's a sequel coming out, I think.
Series Macross Delta flies in with a collaboration that has your feline look like a little mech. The previous games had a Zelda collab, but Cross brings in another Legend of Zelda collaboration.
Wind Waker?
This time based on Wind Waker. You just get to be Toon Link, and you can use your Wind Waker as a weapon. They didn't change any sound effects for this event.
Man, I got to tell you guys, like, I grew up on Wind Waker. Wind Waker is super cozy for me. But the expanded universe of the Toon Link that they had on the DS with the Phantom Hourglass and Spirit tracks, they were so weird and different, but so good in terms of games, man. Like, oh man, everything that had Wind Waker Link in it was so fucking good.
Which honestly makes it funnier hearing cat noises out of this soulless puppet of a creature. I love it.
That's so funny.
You know what? Since we're on the topic of feline outfits, let's just go through all of the ones.
The Palico kind of does behave like Wind Waker Link does, with his mannerisms. I'm not even gonna lie. Spirit Tracks Link is not the same as Wind Waker Link. It is, because it's the same as, it's like the follow up to Phantom Hourglass. And Phantom Hourglass Link is the same as Wind Waker Link, I think. Unless it's a descendant or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Games had to offer.
I don't pay attention to the lore that closely.
Yowamushi Pedal is a bicycling series that got itself a collab where you attack with a cyclist. Yowamushi Pedal.
What the fuck is that? What did I just look at?
All the ones these games had to offer. Yowamushi Pedal.
What is this? So I know it's not the collab, but what anime is this?
It's a bicycling series that got itself a collab where you attack with a cyclist.
Okay.
Kind of looks like one of them freaky titans, low-key.
He
Monster
does.
Hunter collaborates once again with Monster Hunter Diary. This time, it's a Tigrex outfit in the style of the game.
Aw.
Very cute. Ghosts and Goblins joins in with a medieval armor set for your feline.
Oh, weird.
Zozo
Oh, you give him a little beard, too. Look at that.
Zombie is a show about a kid zombie up to some crazy shenanigans, and you can dress yourself up just like him. Here's a sick
That's a cool design.
one. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let's go!
You can dress your feline up as a
Dark Magician.
dark magician. Badass.
That's fucking badass, dude. I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I had the cards when I was a kid. I had the cards in high school. I did tournaments. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh dork, dude. Fucking
For
love that
fans of
shit.
Fairy Tail, you'll enjoy this happy outfit you can slip into. And if you want to jump scare your friends in your lobby, feel free to craft the feline outfit.
I watched the anime as a kid. I binged all seasons of all Yu-Gi-Oh in the background while I was studying in like high school, early college.
In collaboration with Monster Hunter.
It's time to duel. Yeah, absolutely.
Your stories. Or don't. Or don't. Ace Attorney fans can get themselves a
that's
Phoenix
cool.
Wright outfit with his...
I have Ace Attorney. I keep meaning to play. I have it. Man, if ever there was a game that belonged on the Steam Deck, which I now own and have been going through older Japanese games that I own with, it's this. I gotta put this on the Steam Deck.
Classic yelly lawyer text in hand. Not sure if it says objection, hold it, or something else, though. I'm not a lawyer. Here's a fun one, a collaboration with Sailor Moon for its 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Love the effort they put into this trailer.
Oh, look, it's got the little moon.
I love Sanrio stuff, but I'll admit I was not aware of who Karimi-chan was before today.
Sanrio's Hello Kitty, right?
Just basically a big piece of salmon for a head. Delicious. But yeah, you can dress up your feline as a tasty treat.
All right.
For fans of Yotsuba, you can also become Danbo through this collaboration. Another collab with Worst. This time, instead of a stylish jacket, you can just straight up pimp your feline out.
I don't know anything about
drip.
Worst.
And the last feline outfit only collab is another Nintendo collaboration. Star Fox, everybody. Fox only, sandy plains, no potions. I really love the giant-ass gun they give him for this. Why he gun so big?
Look at that. That looks great.
Fox, everybody. Fox only, sandy plains, no potions. I really love the giant-ass gun they give him for this. Why he gun so big?
Oh my god. I'm trying to remember what Star Foxes I played. I played Star Fox. I think it was Star Fox. It was the second GameCube one I played. And then I think it was called Star Fox Assault or something else on the DS that had like 4-player multiplayer and like branching endings for the campaign. And you steered with the using the stylus on the touchpad as like a joystick, like a flight navigation joystick. It was fucking awesome, man.
There will still be a few more feline outfits in the next list of collaborations, but they won't be the sole focus anymore. Nevertheless, you Prowler fanatics are eating good. Starting off strong is the collaboration with Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
You get yourself Link's outfit, accompanied by a hood if you wish. There is a bow fashioned like the ancient bow.
Wait.
Yourself Link's outfit, accompanied by a hood if you wish. There is a bow fashioned
This is Chud Link.
like
What is that?
the ancient bow from the game, and you can get yourself a Korok outfit for your feline.
Oh, look at that.
How they either give you an outfit that transforms your feline completely, or an outfit like this that's clearly your cat wearing something from Spirit Halloween.
Oh, you had both options. That's awesome. That face is gross, LMAO? Yeah, what was
Famitsu
that?
returns with even more unique weapon designs. Personally, I'm a big fan of this bow gun.
They have taste over at Famitsu.
Jump is back with another collab, this time with a lance and bow. They really like putting the skeleton face on all their stuff. I do like how the arrow comes out of his mouth, though.
It's the logo,
and
right?
another return, of course, is the lovely USJ with some new armor and stylish dual blades. Once
What
again,
is it? What?
showing us that Universal Studios got good taste in design.
What are they up to over there, man?
Hiro Mishima from Fairy Tail returns this time to design a fantastic longsword to accompany his armor set from the previous game.
That's pretty
Detective
cool.
Conan scuttles its way back with this suit that turns your character into a shadow, and from the dark fantasy series Drifters, it is a very cool looking greatsword that has the appearance of a longsword, but it's pretty hard. Uniqlo
Still very niche, a lot of these.
also returns with fashionable attire once again, this
And then you have this big fashion brand.
time with what looks like some dragon skin on the jacket and the shoes. What are those? You can also drip out your feline as usual, and they seem to have a Uniqlo soccer ball bracket. Small Baki collab. You can get yourself a Palico fashioned after Kaio Retsu.
I don't know anything about
Ushio
Baki.
and Tora is a series that follows the adventures of a boy named Ushio Aotsuki, the son of a temple keeper, who after having reluctantly released the imprisoned powerful tiger-like monster Tora, the two begin a journey together fighting against
Bro, well, Garfield. Look at this shit. Bro, summoned Garfield.
supernatural beings
Bro, summoned the spirit of Mondays.
threatening the world. You get the Ushio outfit with the long flowing hair and a spear-like insect glaive. Much like the bird that perches on your shoulder in the jump set, so does Tora in this one. If you have the Ushio helmet equipped, it extends your hair regardless of which weapon you unsheath. Next collab is dope. Strider enters the fray. Become the ninja. Stride your way into defeating your enemies. Show by Rock is a mobile rhythm video game, and they got themselves a stylish collaboration with this metal guitar hunting horn. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was Gak's character Genesis from Crisis Core, but yeah, I was definitely wrong on that. The more you know. Garo gets a sick collab with Monster Hunter here. The armor in Garo...
Crisis Core, goated game, by the way. Fucking love it. I think it's been retconned by FF7 Rebirth, but or I don't know. I have to play Rebirth, but snag that remake, snag that remaster. It's on PC. It's fucking good.
More you know. Garo gets a sick collab with Monster Hunter.
Activating combat mode, dude. You just said it. It's like a Pavlovian response in my brain.
Here, the armor in Garo is
activating combat mode.
So well designed. I was first introduced to this series with Monster Hunter here. Yeah, I was definitely wrong on that. The more you know. Garo gets a sick collab with Monster Hunter here. The armor in Garo is so well designed. I was first introduced to this series with their promotional event with Final Fantasy XIV, so it's cool to see it again while researching for this video. Honorable mention to this giant-ass greatsword. Big sword? Cool. Kingdom is a series that provides a fictionalized account of the Warring States period primarily through the experience of the war orphan Shin and his comrades as he fights to become the greatest general under the heavens, and in doing so, unifying China for the first time in 500 years. The collab introduces an armor set from the series as well as a sword and shield. Alright.
Fun game, didn't care for those new characters. Yeah, they were cheesy as hell, but it was really cool, and the ending was a bit of a tearjerker for sure. But yeah, they've probably retconned parts of it for a reason. It just doesn't hold up. But really solid action RPG with tons of like optional side quests and stuff. And it's all really bite sizes. Originally made for the PSP, so the missions are all very like mobile friendly. Oh, so good.
Right, I've saved some heavy hitters for last year. Fire Emblem is back once again.
Wow.
This time with a male and female armor based on Marth.
Nice.
The Emblem Shield is back as well. It's great to be able to rep Fire Emblem both in Frontier.
I used to be a Marth main in Melee. That did not go well for me. I was constantly getting my ass beat.
And in Generations.
But I liked Marth.
No. Probably one of the nuttiest collabs has to be the one with Hunter x Hunter. Based on a pivotal moment in the series,
Monster Hunter.
You get to be buff, older, gone with a lot of hair. And I mean a lot of hair, man.
I don't know anything about Hunter x Hunter. I don't really want to be... Well, Hunter x Hunter, I guess I'm thinking My Hero is the one I was trying to avoid. But Hunter x Hunter just aesthetically didn't seem my vibe.
Yeah, damn. It sways as you walk around, too. It's actually kind of sick.
What the hell is this?
The final collaboration for Cross and Double Cross is so amazing to me, being a big fan of Gudetama. You get to become a big egg yolk in this extremely unique cel-shaded outfit. Reminds me of those anime cel-shaded outfits from Fortnite. You can also get an incredibly cute Gudetama Palico outfit. But the best part of this collab has to be this frying pan hunting horn with Gudetama sizzling around in it. Just listen to the sounds.
I think I remember this guy, this anime, or whatever this is. This egg guy.
And that wraps up the wonderful world of collaborations within Cross and Double Cross. Again, one of the most jam-packed games in Monster Hunter history in terms of the sheer amount of collabs. Around this time, a spin-off game known as Monster Hunter Stories was released. Basically, it has a lot of elements similar to Pokemon, and it lets you ride and battle with monsters.
I have these. I maybe I'll try these after I'm done with my my Atlas binge.
This game...
I'm having an Atlas summer right now.
Only had 3 collaborations, but they were really cool, so I wanted to talk about them real quick.
On my Steam Deck, not on stream or anything.
First up is the collaboration with Kumo.
I've returned. What are we watching? We are reacting to basically all of the different Monster Hunter collabs throughout the years because they're all insane. I was going for like the craziest ones, but they're all pretty crazy.
Kumamon, who is a mascot of a government prefecture in Japan.
Oh.
Since he's a bear, they let you reskin your Arzuros as Kumamon, as well as give you a little hat for your freak of a friend here, along with a cute
little... because it's Monster Hunter Stories. You can catch the monsters
armor set
and use them.
For yourself.
Oh.
The next collaboration is with Puzzles and Dragons. Essentially, you can do some DLC to unlock yourself Kurenai Gukami, who's got quite the badass design.
I didn't even think about the fact that Stories would have these collabs.
Legend of Zelda collab.
Wow.
This one is truly special. The way it's stylized and looks is so nice. You get Epona as a Monstie, and you can just ride your horse around like it's Hyrule Field. And they even added Majora's Mask for your companion. They put so much love and care into this. I really appreciate this collaboration.
Dude, that looks really good. What the hell?
And that ends all the promotional events for Monster Hunter Stories. Let's finish off the rest of Monster Hunter Frontier. You're not going to want to miss what's in store for this game.
All right, I guess it wasn't a ton for Stories. Man, Frontier had a ton.
Before Monster Hunter Frontier shut down, it had some great collaborations. God rest its soul. Breath of Fire was introduced.
I did not realize how involved this Frontiers game was.
Some cool armor and weapons as per usual. And the browser-based RPG Imperial Saga gets a sick collab with its own trailer.
And again, we're oscillating. Sorry to keep stopping. Again, we're oscillating back and forth between super niche and like huge brand deal.
Thief Cat. Dope.
Oh.
Now, does a game
cute.
really even exist if it hasn't collaborated with Nier Automata? 9S and 2B are back to their regular list of shenanigans. They're so...
Yeah, I saw Stellarblade did a Nier Automata collab. I guess a lot of games have done a collab with them.
silly. But you know what isn't silly, I think? The collaboration with Phantasy Star Online 2.
Aww.
I love how this mech just chills here in the town square. The armor and weapon designs...
I wish there was like a Phantasy Star Online game that was relevant, that was like good. The only one that I saw that's like still people play or whatever is like a freemium game, and it played like crap, I think.
For Phantasy Star is so iconic, it's really cool to see them in a monster. The armor and weapon designs for Phantasy Star is so iconic, it's really cool to see them in
I remember the one on PSP. Yeah, I played it at the one on PSP. I was like, I didn't play it a ton, but I played like 5-10 hours or something. I was like, man, this is going to be really addictive if I ever get back around to it. And the one on the Xbox 360 that was, I played it co-op with my friends. It was like a good loot grinding situation.
A Monster Hunter game. These little chickies got the moves too, man. Next up is another Mega Man collab. Instead of your felines being Mega Man, you are Mega Man. Like a giant Mega Man guy. This might be my favorite Mega Man event. And I saved the absolute best collaboration in Monster Hunter Frontier for last.
What the fuck is this?
Yes, the Fishman. It is a
Fishman?
and it is a man. This fight probably single-handedly terrorized the entire nation of Japan, if I had to guess.
What
Based
the
on
hell?
the horror manga series Higanjima, this Fishman Oni is probably one of the greatest fights of all time.
What the fuck?
And that is all the collaborations for Monster Hunter Frontier. I'm sure if it didn't get shut down, we would get a whole bunch of more wacky collabs. But speaking of wacky collabs, the collab down,
okay, you can't just you can't just drop that on me and be like, all right, next section.
And I
Hold
saved
on.
the absolute best collaboration in Monster Hunter Frontier for last.
This is horrifying.
The Fishman. Yes, the Fishman. It is a fish, and
what the fuck?
it is a man. This fight probably single-handedly terrorized the entire nation of Japan.
Dude, when the models like don't map like onto like normal monster animations and they're still moving around and flapping around and stuff, it's like more disconcerting. Like the uncanny valley aspect of how they're moving. I'm just thinking about this like as a Monster Hunter game, I'm like, that's more upsetting.
And if I had to guess, based on the
like what the fuck is that? He's coming out of the ground.
horror manga series Higanjima, this Fishman Oni is probably one of the greatest fights of all time.
Well, there's Oni. Oni's a demon, right?
And that is all the collaborations for Monster Hunter Frontier. I'm sure.
Look at that. Look how glitched out that is. That's fucking awful, horrifying,
if it didn't
scary.
get shut down, we would get a whole bunch of more wacky collabs. But speaking of wacky collabs, the collaborations in Monster Hunter Explore are some of the most insane the series have ever seen.
What is this?
Monster Hunter Explore is now a discontinued Japanese-only mobile game, but it had a hell of a run.
Really?
Attack on Titan is back in a major way.
You guys ever seen like a major developer have like a banger game or series on mobile and then it just disappears with time? It sounds like that's this for Capcom. Square Enix had one called Chaos Rings for the iPhone. And this is old, but that was like one of them. That was like my first experience with like the JRPG trope where it's like, oh, the God in heaven situation is actually evil and you got to kill God because they're like tyrannizing and in you and stuff or whatever. Like that's the plot twist, is like they can be killed and they're just like a manipulative set of beings or whatever. They're not the good guys, and that's horrifying or something. They did that but it was like a good turn-based game, had a solid system, plot twists and stuff like that, progressed the story, like was built on replaying itself. They made like 2 sequels and they like just never updated past like a certain iOS version, and they were gone, lost to time.
But it had a hell of a run. Attack on Titan is back in a major
Wow,
way.
again.
Well, we've seen this before. Eren and Mikasa's Survey Corps armor and weapons. What's new? Well, a big part of a lot of Monster Hunter Explorer collaborations is the fact that they actually involve the monster, meaning they usually reskin them in some sort of way. And in this collab, Devil Joe gets reskinned into the Colossal Titan.
No way.
Colossal Titans have tails? If so, do they eat them? Anyways, this is but only a taste of what's
Oh my God, look at this big boy. Look at this big meaty boy.
What's new? Well, a big part of a lot of Monster Hunter Explorer collaborations is the fact that they actually involve the monster, meaning they usually reskin them in some sort of way. And in this
my God, look at him.
Devil Joe gets reskinned into the Colossal Titan.
What?
Colossal Titans have tails? If so, do they eat
That's horrifying.
them? Anyways, this is but only a taste of what's to come.
Jaeger.
Next is another Madoka Magica
It's awful. They did so well, yeah.
collaboration with armor and weapons we've seen before, but with a really cute reskin of Lagombi to fight. I love his little vest.
Aw.
Sengoku Basara returns once again, this time with some new armor and weapons, and Street Fighter comes back bringing forth Akuma with his silly little haircut.
Wow.
Fate Extella gets a collab, along with Fate Stay Night once again. This time we have a reskinned Golden Diablos with a broken and corrupted horn, it seems.
What the fuck?
Honestly, these reskins have a decent amount of work put into them for a mobile game. I'm impressed. The next collaboration is with the mobile game Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Use the power of the crystal to take on what seems to be like a behemoth-skinned Zinogre. Also, cool weapon designs. Not to be
What
like
the
a
hell?
Behemoth-skinned
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Zinogre. Also, cool weapon designs. Not gonna lie.
That is cool.
Okay, I'm very envious of this Phoenix Wright promotional event. Not only do you get these incredible character costumes,
Yeah, they
but
look
look
good.
at this lance. Imagine pointing this at a
Oh my God, what? And then it says objection, I'm assuming in kanji. That's insane. Oh my God, dude. That's so funny. What is that? You actually poked the monster. Incredible. Incredible. They're so sleeping on us on Wilds right now with these collabs. In the grand scheme of things, what, we got the Street Fighter come on, man. Akuma, I don't really need that. I want this. Give me this. Put this or fucking Bahamut in, man. This is so funny.
a monster and
It's been 3 months, Jeff. Yeah, but I want it now. I want it right now.
yelling objection, man. It's perfect. I need it. It's so goofy looking. Please, Capcom. Next up is another Devil May Cry collab. Don yourself in Dante or Virgil's outfit and weapons. Seven Deadly Sins returns with the broken sword once again, but now you can wear Meliodas' outfit. Did I say that right? You get to also fight this really cool custom version of Ceregios. Resident Evil had a collab with Monster and Explorer. You got this big gas can thing. I'm not really sure what it is or what it does, but it sure looks menacing. Big gas cans. Resident Evil had a collab with Monster and Explorer. You got this big gas can thing. I'm not really sure what it is or what it does, but it sure looks menacing. Maybe it's the secret 15th weapon of Monster Hunter. There was a cute official Sanrio collab where you could wear a Hello Kitty outfit, a Hello Kitty dress, along with a Pom Pom Purin mascot outfit.
Look at that.
This kind of looks terrifying. Why is it shaped like this? Plenty of fun Sanrio characters in this collaboration for you. Fairy Tail is...
What are you even doing here? You just have like one action attack and you can move around a little bit in these directions?
back, but this time you get more than just the happy outfit for your feline. You get outfits,
I don't really care about
weapons,
Fairy Tail
and you
at
get
all.
to face the Destruction Wyvern Rathalos. Love the color scheme of this guy. Basically just an
Whoa.
Abyssal Gaiacris with wings at this point. Kamen
That is
Rider gets an
cool.
official collab for its 20th anniversary, along with a bunch of cool armor sets.
Nice.
Darkstalkers returns again. Magi poofs back in. It's essentially the
anyone
same, aside
seen-
from a few extra items as
Has anyone even watched Darkstalkers? I always hear about it, and it's just because I see it in like Marvel versus Capcom, and I'm trying to think where else, but don't people just like the Batgirl with the big tits or something? Has anyone ever played it?
well. Oni
Darkstalkers is a fighting game. Oh, I see. Okay.
Musha also makes its way back with some similar items as last time.
Okay.
Things get interesting with the Mega Man X collaboration. You can be Mega Man, like Frontier, except It's not stylized. You now look like a grown-ass man or woman. You can also dress up as Zero, though. Nice.
Why?
I'm saving the best collabs for last year. Next up is a collaboration with the hit anime Demon Slayer. You might have heard of it. This one's a big one. Lots of armor sets and weapons of your favorite Demon Slayer characters. I'm a big fan of the Nezuko in a box bowgun. You think it's comfy in there?
That's a bowgun?
I'm a big fan of the Nezuko in a box bowgun. You think it's comfy in there? This collab features a demon Rajang fight, as if he wasn't scary enough.
Oh, Jesus.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That was fucking scary.
As if he wasn't scary enough.
Yikes. Yikes!
Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's back and better than ever. Not only do we get returning outfits, there's new weapons and armors as well, but the coolest feature are the reskin monsters here. A Gore Magala fashioned as an angel, Tigrex's Eva Unit 2, and Brax here. A Gore Magala fashioned as well, but the coolest feature are the reskin monsters here. A Gore Magala fashioned as an angel, Tigrex as Eva Unit 2, and Brachiosaurus as Eva Unit 1, which is just perfect for him. This really makes me want to see reskin event monsters in the future with Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And last but definitely not least is the Full Metal Alchemist collaboration.
What?
Edward Elric and Spear Longsword.
What the hell am I looking at here next to Edward? What the fuck is this shit? What the actual fuck? This is the exact image that made me want to go down this rabbit hole. Someone posted it in my Monster Hunter channel on Discord, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
Great. Winry costume and Panda sidekick? Fantastic. Alphonse Elric Diablos that runs at you like a...
Oh my god! What? What? That's fucking crazy. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you.
Freak of nature that needs to be sent to the pits of hell? Awesome. Wait, what? No, seriously, what is this thing, man? This has got awesome. Wait, what? No, seriously, what is this thing, man?
Holy shit.
This has got to be one of the greatest collaborations of all time. It's
goated. Absolutely
it's definitely
goated.
A contender with Fishman Oni. And that's
Can I play this still?
The collaborations for Monster Hunter Explore. Definitely.
No, that's
some of the zaniest they've done in the series. This also would be the final Japan-only collaborations for now, because after
this one like closed down, right?
At this point, the Monster Hunter games have been released internationally simultaneously, meaning the way event quests happen are very different now. Basically, things that were Japan exclusive and wouldn't come to the West just don't end up happening at all as collaborations anymore. That doesn't stop other IPs in Japan collaborating with Monster Hunter for their games, but it does affect us for games like Monster Hunter World and Rise. That being said, there's still some great and interesting collaborations to discuss. Monster Hunter World and Iceborne,
I mean, sucks for Japanese fans, I guess.
Had a decent amount of promotional events. First up is the collaboration with Horizon Zero Dawn.
What? I didn't know about this. Hey, listen. Horizon Zero Dawn, the first game in that series, is very good. That was like the last good open world game that is from the era before Breath of the Wild, I would say. I mean, I don't know when which one came out, but like, let me see. Breath of the Wild, 17. Horizon Zero Dawn. I think it came out after, right? Nope, it came out the same year. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, like that was like the last good open world game that was done in the old style before Breath of the Wild came in, like set a new example for everyone.
First collab with them would introduce Alloy's armor along with Alloy's warbow. You can also put a little robot costume on your with them would introduce Alloy's armor along with Alloy's warbow.
You know what? The
Zero Dawn.
The Wildspire Wastes like backdrop here is like, this is like perfect. There's like areas in Horizon Zero Dawn that are like this.
Would introduce Alloy's armor along with...
This is PlayStation only, by the way, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think, it's a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, that was a good... I platinumed that game. And I like completed all the trophies for the DLC.
Alloy's warbow. You can also put a little robot costume on your feline. It's cool to see an event in a similar format in previous games, but in this great looking engine. Everything is so damn HD. In Iceborne, Alloy returns with some new toys. You can craft the Stormslinger prototype light bowgun, a neat focus pendant, along with the Shield Weaver Plus armor set, as well as the nutty Adept Stormslinger. Your Palico once again gets a new weapon and armor set fashioned in the style of a bear. And that's not all. Get another armor set, the Banuk Plus, with 3 new pendant types. Overall, quite the level up from the base world collaboration. Unfortunately, this is all PS4 exclusive. Street Fighter returns in high definition. You can be the buff-ass Ryu or the buff-ass Sakura in this collaboration. I never saw this. You can use the Hadouken and Shoryuken gestures to do some damage, which is actually pretty cool. The Shoryuken can do stun damage to knock a monster out. Fantastic. Mega Man is back once again.
I never even played that, Iceborne fits so well theme-wise with Frozen Flame, LMAO,
Again, this time it's for your Palico like the good old days. Feed him sausage to make him happy.
Oh, he's like, The
coolest part of this collaboration is that depending on the weapon you're using, it changes the background music to a specific theme based on the Mega Man games. Honestly impressive. Dante is back again. Who would have thunk? He looks great in Monster Hunter World, and as
I got his Charge Blade.
Blaze has a stylish entrance with the collaboration trailer.
I did not do anything with the layered armor though.
Get his weapon, which is his sword, but it's actually a Charge Blade, and you glow red when you can activate a guard point, which is awesome. You can craft his armor as always, but the coolest part of the DMC collab is the shooting emote that comes with it, and yes, it does damage. I love all the event-specific gestures.
Oh yeah, I think someone told me about that at the
Studios
time.
Japan. It's like,
whoa, look at this.
Greeting an old friend at this point. This event introduces the...
Let me just... Look, I'm kind of curious at this point. Like, what are they like up to over there? What are they... let me see here. One Up Factory, Abby's Magical Party. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything special. It's just their... Oh, Minions. Minion Park. All right. Minion Park. No Limit Summer Nights, The Apothecary Dyer's Mystery, Dose of Deception, Super Nintendo World. Okay. All right. Just curious because they're crushing these designs.
The Azure Star Blade Longsword as well as the Azure Star Palico set. And we can't forget the Azure Star Lord armor. And in Iceborne you can obtain a new bow, new Palico armor, and the Azure Age armor set as well. Ooh. The event also comes with a little pendant. A huge collaboration that came to Monster Hunter World was the one done with Final Fantasy XIV. This isn't your ordinary run-of-the-mill collab.
Well, you guys carried me through this one.
There's a lot to unpack here. First off, you can get the Draken armor to fashion yourself in the style of a dragoon, and this is coupled with the Gaebulg Insect Glaive. Not only is the spear itself sick, but you can get the Dragon Soul Kinsect along with it to use, and it looks fantastic. The collaboration even comes with a Bacon Behemoth Poogie costume. One of the most interesting things you can get from this event is the jump emote. You essentially jump down like a dragoon, but aside from it looking cool, it actually gives you invincibility frames, and you can use it to dodge an attack from our friend here. And who's the friend? Well, Behemoth, of course. This collaboration brought an entirely new monster to the game with a unique way of fighting him. You're supposed to take him on like it's a Final Fantasy XIV 4-man raid, 2 DPS, a healer, and a tank. But if you try hard enough, you can definitely solo him. He rains down meteors and just has a myriad of crazy attacks. He even has an extreme version to fight. It's crazy they went to these lengths for this collaboration. This collab also introduces the Cactuar endemic...
Yeah, in retrospect, this is probably the most thorough collaboration, I think, that they've done.
Life to the Wildspire Wastes, and you can shoot out 1,000 needles to do some big damage.
I really like catching Cactuars.
Another collaboration that brought forth a unique enemy is the promotional event with the...
Fuck this collab.
Witcher 3. But let's first talk about the event quest itself, where you play as Geralt of Rivia. Yep, you get to be the big man himself, and fight a Leshen in this quest. Once you do that, you have access to the ancient Leshen fight that you can take on yourself or with friends.
Leshen.
It's a very unique fight, summons a bunch of branches and other spooky things. You can craft armor to look like Geralt or Ciri. You can craft a Witcher's Silver Sword, as well as a neck outfit for your Palico. The collab also has a unique gesture, the Igni spell, that can do damage as well. Overall, I enjoy how they implemented Witcher mechanics in the event
Absolutely
quest.
fuck the
It was a lot
legend.
of fun.
Totally agree.
Monster Hunter and Ubisoft collaborate with the Assassin's Creed event. There are some interesting stuff for this collab. You can
like the
Ubisoft
birds
collaborate
from
with the Assassin's Creed
Creed.
event. There are some interesting stuff for this collab. You can receive the Assassin's Hood, which increases movement speed and allows you to hide quicker, which makes sense for an assassin. You can deal greater damage to an unsuspecting monster with it, but as soon as you hit them, the mantle goes away.
Okay.
You can obtain the Bayek layered armor as well. Can't mix and match with this though. You got to commit to the fit.
Is that from
In
the
December
Egypt
3rd,
game?
2021, this event was removed, but you could still keep your items if you got them. I'm not sure if it will ever officially return. The next collaboration for Worldborn was Resident Evil, specifically with the Resident Evil 2 remake, and I like this one a lot. You can make the Leon set as well as the Claire one. There's a Tofu Survivor pendant that makes some sounds, the Umbrella pendant. The event brings some Resident Evil items for your house, along with some zombie gestures. My favorite thing from this event is the Mr. X skin for the handler. It's perfect. Up next is the final collab for World and Iceborne, and just like Assassin's Creed, this one is currently discontinued, and that is Monster Hunter, the movie. Yes, Monster Hunter collab with the Monster Hunter movie.
Oh,
the Mad
no!
Lads actually did it. Mia Jovovich makes it into Monster Hunter World, everybody.
It's
as goofy
real!
as this event is, I actually like the fight against the giant raffle.
It's real after all.
The rewards for this collab is the Artemis armor set, and, well, aside from guild card stuff, that's really it. I guess you can also get a feeling of accomplishment for helping Mia fight off evildoers and whatnot. Overall, Monster Hunter World and Iceborne didn't have that many events, but I will say the ones they did have were packed with a lot of interesting and unique elements that I did quite enjoy. Now we're moving on to the final list of collaborations here, folks. We're almost at the end. Monster Hunter Rise. In general, there aren't too many collaborations for this game, but they're still pretty fun. Rise introduces the Palamute, which is a buddy who fights with you that you can also ride as a mount.
Aww.
You can't play as a Palamute like the way you could play as a Prowler in Generations, though.
So
anyways, the point being, this opens up a
game?
new world for collaborations involving Palamutes like this Okami collab.
Oh, that makes perfect sense,
It's back, and now you can have Amaterasu with you in a much more real way than a little costume on your palico.
That's so wholesome.
A very fitting collaboration
That's so
for this
cute.
game. I'm glad it happened. They continued the Palamute trend with the Mega Man update. No giant Mega Man outfit this time, just a Robo-Dog. And when you run, you go into full boost mode. Sick. Sonic the Hedgehog is back once again in Monster Hunter. This time,
I did
the
this
Sonic
one. I
Palico
did this
won't
one.
shed your ears off. The aesthetics of this collaboration are interesting, to say the least. Hey, maybe it's your cup of tea. If you feed your Sonic Palico Felvin bombs, it turns into Super Sonic. The Chaos Emeralds. Anyways, you can get some Sonic-themed drip or some Tails-themed fits for your dog, if that's your thing.
It's awesome.
Ghosts and Goblins returns to Monster Hunter with this crazy-ass layered armor set. You can be the silly little Knight Arthur, and instead of kunai, you can throw silly little spears instead. You also get a special victory screen with this layered armor on. This is but a taste of the greatest collaboration within this game, and the final one to boot. Street Fighter. Similar to the collab in Monster Hunter
Okay,
Explorer,
so
this
it
one
was done twice. It was done twice before.
is centered
Wilds
around
was the third
Akuma,
time.
but in a much different way. This layered armor appears the same whether or not you are a male or female body type in the game. It changes your voice to Akuma's as well. Akuma's sword and shield is invisible if you're wearing the Akuma layered armor, but if it's unsheathed, you get this red aura so you can tell. Some basic attacks outside the shield bash have stun values when you're specifically wearing the Akuma layer armor. Similar to how you throw spears as Arthur, Akuma's kunais turn into Go Hadokens instead. They deal more damage and can stun, but you're stuck in place. And in the air, you do a Zanku Hadoken. Your Sword and Shield Silkbind moves are modified as Akuma. Metsu Shoryugeki becomes the Go Shoryuken. The parry animation for Metsu Shoryugeki also
I just don't
looks
care
like
that much
Akuma's parry
about
called Rakan.
Street Fighter.
Your windmill attack becomes the Tatsumaki Zanku Kyaku. Once you complete a quest, you get this sick quest end screen as well.
I just can't get into it
All
for
these
whatever
little
reason.
details make this the greatest collab in the game by far. They put a lot of effort into this one, and it really shows.
Oh, really?
And now for the
I guess because the mechanics worked really well.
collaborations in Sunbreak.
Okay.
There are none. At least yet. Give it some time. I'm sure we'll get a few, but at the time of this
I think they were focusing on awesome hunts.
video dropping, there is zilch. Overall, there were far fewer promotional events in 5th gen compared to the 4th generation games, and a severe lack of goofy, wacky Japanese IPs and anime collaborations that were present in older titles. My hope is that somehow we get at least a few of them to sneak their way into Sunbreak, but now that Monster Hunter events appear worldwide, it's a lot less likely we will see events of the same caliber witnessed in the Japanese-only games, or even in a Western game like Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. which is a shame because Monster Hunter to me has the absolute best collaborations in any video game series, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
There's just something about the grandness of its gameplay.
It's pretty fucking insane.
The silliness of those collabs that go together so well. It's a shame that may not be the same ever again. Well, worst case scenario, we still have access to many of these collaboration quests, weapons, armor, and items within older Monster Hunter titles, so it ain't all that bad.
All right.
We're finally at the end of the video. We went through an incredibly long list
I guess this is his favorite.
collaborations. Which one was your favorite? Did any of them surprise you? Will the Fishman Oni haunt your dreams? I'm not gonna lie, this video took an extremely large amount of time to make because of how I had to document and research every single one of these collaborations that took place over the last 18 years. But honestly, the process was very enjoyable because of all the crazy stuff I learned about Monster Hunter along the way. So ultimately, I'm really glad I got to go down that rabbit hole, and I hope you guys enjoyed the ride with me today. If you're a fan of Mon Hun content like this, I would appreciate if you guys took the time to subscribe or check out my Twitch channel for Monster Hunter Mondays. You don't want to miss it.
Whoa,
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.
Monster Hunter Mondays? Damn, this guy beat me to Monster Hunter Mondays by a whole 2 years. I'm glad I don't do them anymore. All right, well, that was Flyan. Here's the video if you guys want to check it out, or check his channel out. Yeah, it was really, dude. Okay, well, I didn't realize that so many of the wacky collabs happened in the past, and they probably won't be coming back because of the way that they do international releases now. That's kind of a bummer, but I don't think that should stop them from, I don't think that should make them afraid to, to go after, to go for like a really insane collab. So, and of course, most recently, we had the Akuma Street Fighter collab for Monster Hunter Wilds. That's the most recent one that's been left out. This is a couple years old, I think. I hope they do something like more creative and fun. Like I think my favorite has to be the Edward Ulrich one. That's so crazy that they did that. It's so funny too. That's yeah. This has been like way more like random weirdness than I ever expected. Pizza Hut's up there, Miku's up there. What else? What else did I see? The statue is so funny. That's like crazy. But yeah, I had no idea it was like this many crazy things. And I also had no idea what the reason was they were able to do that. So I hope we get to see something like that in the future, or maybe their own take on it or whatever. So we'll get a new Resident Evil collab when the game releases. The Slayer and the Huntress. Yeah, I'm kind of worried they're just going to like really almost like, I don't want to say lazily, but they're just going to coast with collabs for other big Capcom games to kind of cross-pollinate large audiences. So, hour and a half reaction. Jeff's so back. Dude, I am about to pass out. I was like nodding off at the end there involuntarily. It's after midnight. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you see this on YouTube and you made it to the end, you are a trooper. It's my first longer form reaction video I've done in quite a while. But I used to do these a lot and they're fun. So we definitely enjoy them on stream when we get into them now too. So if you enjoyed all that, leave a like, comment, and tell me your favorite collab that you saw from here. And head over to twitch.tv/Gaijin Hideout and drop a follow here. We are coming up on 500 followers pretty soon, and we'd love to have you join us in chat. But yeah, until the next video, or until I see you in chat, take it easy. Peace out.